Good morning. Hey y'all, how you guys doing? Welcome to Get It Right. I'm T. You already know we car chatting about Liv's life. Listen, I'm on my way to my class and I'm running a little late. We gonna see what it do because the roads are wet. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to slip slide. Nevertheless, we're headed there. I started braiding my hair last night, you guys, and it's not done yet, and it's already way too full for my liking. So when I get home, I'm gonna work on that. I'm eating a bagel with cream cheese made by me, and I got my coffee from the house. There's this specialty coffee place in the city that whenever you order from them, they give you a reusable cup, so I always try to use that. Girl, it's a lot because I was watching what's her name? Damn, I cannot think of her name, but and she always talks about Liv's life from a place of like not like the other reactor. I think Yanni. Yeah, Yanni. She's not like Yanni be serving her. This lady is like on some like get your shit together like type shit, like, and always referring back to, you know, core values and stuff like that. But anyways, I watched her video last night while I was braiding my hair, just trying to catch up, because when I tell you Olivia has so many live streams that were like 2 and 3 hours, even though I was braiding my hair and I had the time, I was not gonna sit through that. So I just watched her stuff. And the live that this reactor was covering was a live that Liv had did last week. Today is Wednesday, February 26th. I'm sorry, it's February 25th. Tuesday, February 25th. And Liv had did a couple lives last week. Now, I had watched one live where Liv said her kids came over Thursday night and they had a good time. And she also said that I let their dad keep them over the weekend, even though it was supposed to be her weekend to visit. Now listen, I'm thinking to myself, you let him? Literally, when I was watching this, I'm like, you let him? Okay. I was 1. 2, I'm like, you've been my kids for like the last 60 days. You had an opportunity to have a full weekend with them, and you chose to let them go home. So I just kind of like put that in the back of my mind and just, you know, continue to listen to her. Now, this was last week, like I said. And then I believe it either was in the same live or the same day, she got to showing us around her apartment, showing us all the progress that she had made. And she showed us a bathroom. We always see the kitchen and we always see the living area. She showed us her room and what she done to like her display cabinets. And then she showed us the kids' room. The kids' room had 2 toddler beds, one in blue for a boy and one in pink for a girl. There was some boxes of toys, and you could clearly see that the room was set up mainly for her 2 younger children. And in that moment, I thought, y'all know where I'm going with that? So then, she got to talking about how it was bugs in the room and how she was you know, trying to get it together before the younger 2 kids came home. And everybody was telling her that, girl, them bugs is coming up out them cardboard boxes that you said the kids' toys are in. If you get rid of those boxes, you'll probably get rid of those bugs. And mind you, this is the same on or around the same day that the Web 3 had came, supposedly for the weekend, but the visit got cut short. So I'm peeping all this, and I'm just like, okay. In my mind, like, where are the other kids gonna sleep? And you know, kids at that age, they real aware. They have an awareness, especially that, like that preteen, like Christian and Robin. Like, even though Christian may not be as aware, his older sister puts him on. Well, I would say in my case, it was like this. Like, there was things that my younger kids weren't aware of that the older one would put them onto, and it would open their eyes to stuff. You know what I mean? And I can't really think of like a specific example, but like, there was one time, I'll give you an example. There was one time when we were at the doctor's office, and my son, he was like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7. So he was aware of certain shit. He was aware of everything at 6. And then my daughter was the baby. She was 2. Now, she was aware, but certain things would go over her head. Well, long story short, he peeped that the nurse was getting ready to give somebody a shot. And she had no idea. She just did it as a 2-year-old, right? And he heard the nurse say, yeah, just hold her. She won't see it coming. And he looked at the baby and said, you about to get a shot. And the baby didn't even know what a shot was at 2 years old. You understand what I'm saying? But his character around it, and you know, the way he told her, the tone of his voice and all that, let her know that she was in danger. So I think that even though Christian and little bit, I can't think of what's her name, Ryan, they not really up on it like Robin is, right? I think Robin is like 11 or 12. So like, Robin is with the shit. Like, Robin know what's going on. Robin understands things that they probably haven't really, you know, gathered yet. So I say that to say, when I was watching that video of her giving us a tour of her place, I'm thinking, damn, like, okay, first of all, I don't know what the kids' environment is at their other home, but I do know that they more than likely have a room of their own, even if they are sharing. I don't know if it has bugs or not, but listen, I'll say this. Coming from their old house that their mom lived in, they had a room of their own. They had a space of their own. They had a place to put their own things. I don't think Olivia had... I think her roach problem was under control. And so even if they saw spiders or whatever, it wasn't like roaches popping up out of everywhere. Where now here, they don't have their own space. It's very obvious. And it's bugs everywhere. And kids don't like that. You think kids wanna go to an environment? They want a clean, comfortable environment and with their own space too. They're not little. Like, AJ and Kailani probably could get away with sleeping in a room in a bed with Liv for another, you know, maybe couple years for Kailani. But them older 3, they want their own space. Are you kidding me? If anything, she should have built that room up for the older 3 kids. So that's leading me to my friend. Okay, y'all, her name is One Love. Her channel name is One Love. Now, that leads me to what I was able to hear on her channel. She said, and I'm gonna give you guys some context. So Olivia was in her car running her trap about how she had got into it with her man and he called her a bitch but didn't call her a bitch or something like that. And I'm gonna talk about that after I talk about this. And somebody in her chat said, why are you so, basically you so focused on what the man said and did and how you whatever, why don't you focus on your kids, is what the commenter said. And Olivia said, after she had her words with the commenter, mind your business, etc., etc., and F them kids. And to clarify how strong she was about it, she said it again. Said she was a bad mom and she don't give a F about them kids. And obviously, Liv did that to rage bait the chat or the commenter. But for me, it just, and One Love even said this, it just made me think, you really don't care. You really don't care. You are saying that out of frustration. And One Love got to talking about how allegedly the kids came that weekend but asked not to return because Olivia allegedly made them sleep on the floor and it was bugs. And now listen, I don't think that all of that is true. However, I don't know. I will never know unless Olivia comes and says it. But Olivia has a couch. And it's like a sectional couch. So why wouldn't the kids be able to sleep on the couch? And then the younger two aren't there, so they could all really just climb up in the bed with her, because it looked like she got a king size bed. So if they didn't want to be in the bed with mama, because I could see that, I could see them not wanting to sleep with their mama, the two older ones, why wouldn't they just, like, you know, cuddle up on the couch, like watching a movie or something like that? So that was kind of like, I didn't really like take that too seriously, her saying that the kids came and decided they didn't want to stay because of the conditions of the house or whatever. She said that someone had dropped her like a note about that, but I really don't believe that. And see, this is where things get, this is to me where things get a little sticky, because I really shouldn't even be repeating that. I shouldn't be repeating that because I don't know if that's true or not, because Olivia didn't come and say that. The kids didn't come and say that. The baby daddy didn't come and say that. So why am I repeating that? Well, the reason why I feel comfortable repeating it is because Olivia came literally that next day and basically cussed her kids out. So it made me wonder, if your child or children was to see this, how would they feel about it? Do you care? Apparently not, because she said she don't give a. And this is the thing with Liv. She's constantly trying to appease the internet, entertain the internet, and act a fool for the internet, and whoopty wop 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 for the internet. But it always ends up harming her reality. It's so sad. It is so sad. So now I'm getting ready to talk about, he called me a bee and said he wasn't gonna hit me. Listen, for a man to even imply to you anything other, to refer to you anything other than the name your mama gave you, or your little pet name, baby boo, baby, whatever, it's a problem. Unless you are that. You see how, and I thought about Blueface, y'all. How he comes to, like, mute my B. This my B, my down B, my whoopty B, That is the caliber of women that he is dealing with. And they accept it. Because they see themselves as that. They see themselves as bottom. They see themselves as exactly what he is expecting them to be. So I will never feel no type of way or get upset with her when she's not fazed by the fact that this man referred to her as such, because obviously that is how she thinks of herself. This is who she thinks that she is. And for her to contemplate whether or not this was going to be the end of their relationship because he referred to her as anything other than her name is just her creating content. Obviously. That's content for her. That's her rage baiting. Now, when it comes to him saying, I'm not going to hit you, that's trauma, in my opinion. That is trauma, because either she did have a little fear, because maybe she has been abused in her lifetime, or she's seen abuse, and this is usually, you know, them calling you out your name, that's the first little tick, and then they, you know, push you, and that's the second little tick, and before you know it, you beat up girl Ike and Tina. That's literally how it starts. It is never a full out ass beating the first time, usually. Okay, so that's either his trauma, because he done tapped a few females, or that's her trauma. She been tapped and she probably showed some type of fear after being referred to as a B. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my take on that. One Love, in the video last night that I watched, also saw that Liv touched down in LA. It was like a 2-minute clip, and I don't know where this video came from, because when I went to Liv's page, I didn't see it. Maybe I overlooked it. I don't know. But she got touched down in LA, and she did have AJ, and he looks so different, you guys. He looks so different. He grew up a little bit. He's so cute. And somebody in the chat had asked, where's Kailani? And she said, oh, she's right here. But again, it was only a 2-minute clip, but immediately I thought, here we go again. Like literally when she got out of jail, I thought, here we go. And now that she's back reunited with her kids, it's like, here we go. Because girl, I don't know, Liv said she was leaving on Friday. The Friday, I don't remember. Whatever it was, she ain't been with them kids 48 hours. She ain't been with them kids 48 hours, and she already on live. She already trying to escape her reality. That's what came to my mind. AJ was cutting up, running around the restaurant. They was at like a little taqueria spot. He running around the restaurant. I'm gonna put you in timeout. You're being. He on in the camera. She even said he's acting like that because I'm on live. Really? Oh, really? No, duh. Alright, I'm gonna start smacking in your face. I think y'all, I'm gonna make it on time. Yeah, I'm gonna make it on time because it's not wet over here. So I could bump a little bit. That's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. See you on the next one. Bye.